to our FOA on gaming.
The playing of video games has always been thought of as a male-dominated culture. So many of the games are made with that in mind, targeting teen boys as their intended audience. An example of this is League of Legends. But with the expansion of technology, more and more games are being developed for females. An example of this is Cooking Mama. Females are now starting to get involved in video games, so companies a decade ago started making games that would attract a female fan base. With this in mind, Zach and I will help you explore the world of gender, of stereotypes, and how this was affected video games.
Here is a clip from Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama targets young females. They do this through bright fluorescent colors like pink, purple, light blue, and other light shaded colors. Light colors associate with female-based video games because of the non-violent side it brings to kids. Darker colors associate with males because it looks more manly and violent as opposed to soft and beautiful. This shows young females what their primary duties are as an adult. For example, cooking food for the family, cleaning the household, taking care of the children while the husband is at work, and being a stay-at-home mom. The reason why women have the duties of cleaning the household is because of the stereotypical view that men are above women, and because women for so long couldn't get an education, they got jobs that didn't require having a degree or much thinking involved. This implies that females are less violent and are not involved in action-packed video games. Due to this implication, males are connected then with violence in video games that provide fighting and action. Definition of mama: a mature woman or one's mother, a child's term. The way this game is played is by cooking under the direction of the overseer. After you have finished preparing the meal, the overseer then judges you on the quality of. If you fail the task, you get a fail, and the overseer's eyes get fiery and she gets extremely upset. Here is a clip of that.
Fail.
The consumers of this video game are the parents, because they buy the video game for their daughters, so it gives their daughters something to connect to. Most video games in today's age is created for a male audience, thus excluding any female presence in the game. Cooking Mama is different because it provides a less violent game, which most females consumers enjoy. This was created for females because it provides a less action-packed fighting gameplay that most boys enjoy these days. The reason why this video game attracts a female fan base is because most females can connect with the activity of cooking due to the stereotype that females are the cooks in the family. This is ironic because if you look at this through a professional point of view, most professional chefs are men, not women in this day and age. War is connected with males because for so long women were not allowed to be in the military, where it attracts a male's attention more than a female's. In Cooking Mama, the other stereotype that is used is what kind of speech that is used. The creators gave Mama a dialogue that sounds very childish, implying that women speak like children because of the level of knowledge they have. The word mama is used because people still think women are used to do domestic tasks like cooking, cleaning, and helping the children with their chores. For example, females provides a softer tone, They provide less stress situations to the game. They provide a more comfortable environment. And they provide softer colors for a more sensitive touch.
Now on to League of Legends. League of Legends, also known as League, is created for a mostly male audience, particularly teens. It features dark, moody colors with lighter tones mixed in. The cover image displays scantily dressed females with lots of skin exposed in very seductive positions. It also displays very masculine men with ripped bodies and full body armor carrying unwieldy weapons. Now on to the meaning of the name. League, as defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary, means an informal alliance, and legend is defined as an extremely famous or notorious person, especially in a particular field. Bringing that together, it means an allegiance of warriors, which in essence is what the game is. Now on to how this game is played. The first step is to choose your map. As I was reading through this, I looked for male-dominant words, and the word choosing stood out the most. This is because you aren't just picking, but you're choosing. The word is much more geared towards males because it insists direct action. This can also be seen through the words destroy and progress. Both imply direct action and seem to be male-dominant. Furthermore, the words attack and fight convey a masculine tone because fighting has always been considered a manly thing. Now, let's move on to characters. This character is Ashe. Like most female characters, she has her butt and chest pushed out while wearing minimal clothing. The sexuality of this character can also be heard in the way she speaks.
How do you like the curves? I was talking about the bow.
This is an example of one of her lines. This is a prime example of why this game appeals to men. It reinforces sexual stereotypes that have been drilled into our culture. Another prime example of this is the character Jinx. She as well can be seen wearing very little clothing and in a seductive position. Her audio follows the same patterns.
Fishbones, you know what we ought to do?
Do the laundry, wash dishes, and pay some bills.
Stupid dumb rocket launcher. Wait, I'm thinking. How do people do this? Ask me if I'm listening. Hint, I'm not!
These reinforce the gender stereotypes that a woman's primary duty is at home, that women don't know how to think, and that women don't know how to listen. Moving on to the males in the video game, Garen follows the pattern of most male characters. He is carrying an oversized weapon and is heavily armored from head to toe.
His voice carries a strong masculine vibe.
I will lead the charge. I've got a lot of weight on my shoulders. Hey, look! I'm holding the world up! I could do this for hours. Really?
His voice further conveys the idea of male dominance. Many of his vocals include male-dominant words, including "follow me" and "I will lead the way." These words show how Garen falls into the standard male stereotype of using male-dominant words intertwined through their speech and exclamations. My final example is Tryndamere. By now you should be able to recognize the stereotype. He's carrying an oversized weapon, is very muscled, and is very masculine, following the male stereotype. The only male stereotype that he does not follow is being covered in heavy armor, though he seems to make up with it in muscle. Here is an example of one of his lines.
Follow my blade.
Tryndamere uses the word follow, which is a male-dominant word. So in turn, he too falls into the standard male stereotype. In conclusion, through our research we found that video games are no longer being completely centered around the male audience, but instead are starting to reach out to a female audience as well.